I spent $48 that night at the county fair. Wanted up my shoulder, but I wanted that teddy bear. I had a barbecue stain on my white t-shirt. She was killing me in that mini skirt. Skipping rocks on a riverboat. I went skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing. Hi and welcome. So I know I am late to the news. I just found out that Tim McGraw got inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Okay, so here I'm gonna read you the article about it and then give you my reaction on it. Okay, so now normally when they induct somebody into the Country Music Hall of Fame, there's three. So let's see who the other two that they induct along with Tim McGraw. Okay, Tim McGraw, Paul Overstreet, and the Statler brothers. Okay, now to be honest, I never heard the name Paul Overstreet before, and I heard the Statler brothers before, but I don't think I ever listened to their music before. Okay? Okay? So, it says, announced on March 20th, 2026, they will be formally inducted in October. Tim McGraw, modern era, Overstreet, songwriter, and the Statler brothers, veteran era. Okay? Tim McGraw, recognized for his massive commercial success and long longevity since the late 1990s, include numerous chart-topping albums and sold-out tours. Paul Overstreet, songwriter, celebrated for writing hits like Forever and Ever, Amen, Rainy Travis, and When You Say Nothing at All, Keep With Me. So I didn't know that he wrote songs like that, okay? The Statler brothers, veteran era, bluegrass pioneer honored for their enduring influence, okay, surrounding the 25th anniversary of the old brother, Where Art Thou? Okay? So now, let's see here. Tim McGraw, so he was at the rodeo, the Houston Rodeo, and on Saturday, March 21st, 2026, he celebrates the honor with 70,337. Okay, so he had 70,000 fans attending at his concert at the Houston Rodeo, Houston Livestock Show Rodeo. Okay, and it makes his 11th appearance. Okay, and I think I saw him at least 2 or 3 times at the rodeo. And the last time I saw him, he was singing "I Like It, I Love It," and he brought up Clay Walker, and Clay Walker and Tim McGraw were singing "I Like It, I Love It." Okay, okay. And now later in the week of March 20th, 2026, ahead of his weekend show, performing on March 21st, 2026, a newly named Hall of Fame member induct in the modern era artist category alongside Paul Overstreet and the Statler brothers. Okay, so I believe last year it was Kenny Chesney got in the Hall of Fame, and then in 2024 it was Toby Keith. Now, if I had to pick out of all those three that I like, I would definitely go with Toby Keith. Okay, I'm a big Toby Keith fan. Okay, but I still like Kenny Chesney and still Tim McGraw. Okay, I have a lot of memory of growing up with Tim McGraw, listening to Tim McGraw with my uncle. My uncle would be in the car. I'd be in the car with my uncle Johnny, and he would be singing "I Like It, I Love It." Okay, so my Uncle Johnny got me into Tim McGraw. Okay, "I Like It, I Love It" is my favorite Tim McGraw song. Okay, and when I heard that, like with the last year, when Ken Chetney got into the Country Music Hall of Fame, I'm like, you know what? Tim McGraw need to be in the Hall of Fame, Country Music Hall of Fame. Shania Twain, okay, and I think it was John Denver, and I was shocked that they don't put people like John Denver in there. The guy that sings Country Road, that's one of the most iconic country music song of all time, and they didn't put Johnny Horton. Okay, now in my opinion, I think Johnny Horton and John Denver to be in the Hall of Fame and be in the veteran era. Okay, now I'm a fan of classic country music and a fan of classic rock and roll. So the way I grew up was when I was growing up, I was listening to Roy Orbison, the Everly Brothers, Ricky Nelson, the Beatles. So I was a rock and roll fan. Okay, and then my Uncle Johnny got me into classic country music, listening to Alan Jackson and Tim McGraw. Okay, and okay, so so how I grew up, I became a big fan to this day of classic country music like Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Alan Jackson, so on and so forth. The old country music singers and bands, and the old classic rock and roll. The Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Everly Brothers, Jim Croce, so on and so forth. Okay? Okay? So, yeah, I think Tim McGraw definitely deserves to be in the Country Music Hall of Fame. And in my opinion, I don't think everybody should be in there. Just because you have a long career doesn't mean you should be in there. Okay? And I think there's some that are not in there that should be in there, like John Denver and Johnny Horton. And there's some that should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like Jim Croce. Okay? And I was shocked, and I thought it was stupid. No disrespect to those singers, but you know when they put Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I'm like, what have rock and roll turned into? You're gonna put country singers into rock and roll Hall of Fame, and then you're gonna put rock and roll singers into Country Music Hall of Fame. What has it become? Okay, because in my opinion, every time I hear Willie Nelson, I'm like, I don't see rock and roll. Okay, so yeah, okay, but Tim McGraw, he definitely should be in there. I think in a year or two, they should definitely put Shania Twain. And for veteran era, in a year or two, they should put John Denver and Johnny Horton. They should always put them two in there a long time ago. Okay, but I will always be a fan of Tim McGraw. Okay, I have so many favorites. So I can probably come up with my top 20. If I did a top 20, then Ken Chetney, Toby Keith, and Tim McGraw will be in there. If I did a top 20, okay? So yeah. okay, and okay, and some other people that I can mention that I like and might even be a fan of. I don't think they should be in there. Maybe wait a little longer, okay. Um, but Tim McGraw, congratulations, you deserve it, okay. Um, yeah, okay. Um, so thank you, and I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. And thanks.